You are listening to STR, the Sandy Times Radio, culture, music, and beyond.
Hey there, everyone. Welcome to the Sandy Times Radio. My name is Barbara, and this is our brand new project, Dubai Insiders. This is the space where we invite people from the different communities living in Dubai: DJs and entrepreneurs, sportsmen and influencers, artists, and just our friends to show you new, different Dubai, a collective portrait of the city's heartbeat. And today I'm so happy to welcome Wathek Allal, the founder of the Precious Trust, and just the cool guy. Hi Vathek, how are you?
Hey guys.
Before we start talking about different spheres of your life in Dubai, let's start from the beginning. Tell me more, how did you move here? I know it happened when you were just 16.
Yeah, I don't remember if I was 16 or like 15, or I don't know. But yeah, I'm Algerian. I was born and raised in Damascus, and I moved to Dubai around that age. Yeah, we moved to Dubai because of there was like some problems happening in Syria, and then we knew some friends here. Like my father knew some friends here, so we were supposed to be here for a little bit, but then the problems never stopped in Damascus, so we ended up staying here. But it's definitely, as I was saying earlier, it's a very different environment than the one I was raised in. It took a long time to adjust, but once I found like what I wanted to do, my friends, especially skating, once I started skating, that kind of like helped a lot and like opened those doors of like just being social and meeting people and learning the language English. I hope I'm doing okay now.
You're
I think
doing
I'm doing
amazing.
all right. Yeah.
Your first one is Arabic.
Yeah, so
Perfect.
at home, my family speaks Algerian, but me and my siblings reply in Syrian, but I speak Algerian as well. I'm not great, I do speak it.
Perfect. Okay, the first sphere that we need to cover is area. We have different areas in Dubai. Which one shows your life in Dubai more? Which one you love most of all?
I like being around the beach a lot. So I like biking around the beach, walking. So anything that's a bit calm for sure. We used to hang out in this place called Sattwa a lot. Like that was years ago. It was cool because you get to walk a lot, eat some good food. We used to go thrifting in Sattwa. When we first found out that thrifting is a thing, we would do that. So Sattwa was one. Now it's just anything calm. I also like being outside Dubai, like Fujairah or any like mountain area and stuff like that. I really like that.
Amazing. And is there the area on the flip side where you can't imagine living?
Not necessarily I don't like, it's just I don't have a reason to be there. It's probably JBR, JLT area. I just don't know why I would need to be there.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a friend's house or something, but it's like more touristy.
Let's make a step back. The second question is connected to the city overall, especially to the moving here. Everyone says that Dubai requires some time to adapt, and it only matters how long does it take for you. 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year.
Oh, it took me years
Tell
to
me
like,
about your adaptation.
yeah, like again, I keep talking about the language, but that was definitely a big thing. So that was limiting how I can make friends here because everyone here speaks English. Even if they speak Arabic, everyone speaks English together. I lived in Ajman when I first moved here and then came to Dubai years later. But yeah, I find comfort in it now. Like I travel, but every time I travel, I realize how much I like living here, you know?
When you were moving here, you were studying at school, right? How did the adaptation go inside the school? How did the education overall differ?
Also tough. The education system is different than Syria as well. Like in Syria, we used to go to school like just walking or biking, or it's like much more simple than here. I think school was the toughest. To like be able to make friends, and to joining a school mid-year where everyone became friends already was tough because I felt like an outsider. But through time, it was completely fine. I made some good friends and it was fun. But just the beginning was like a bit. I would say give it time and go to the beach. You meet a lot of people like around the beach.
Amazing. The third part of our life in Dubai is food. Probably you can recommend some spots for Algerian or Syrian food.
I don't know if there's any good Algerian spots here. My mom was telling me there's a new one that's like in Uptown Murdoch. It's like a very small one, like family owned one. I'll get you the name. I can't remember the name. Honestly, I really love High Joint. Burgers are amazing. I like Three Fills. Rascals is great. Quick sandwiches, deli style.
Do you cook something specific, something from your childhood?
I'm a horrible cook.
Okay.
No, I tried cooking once. I don't know if you guys want to cut this or keep it. I was in London and it was Ramadan and I fast. So I cooked. I got excited. I'm like, okay, I put my YouTube. I got meat, I got, everything. Planning to do like pasta. And I felt like I did a great job. And by the time it was time to eat now, I'm about to eat and I look at the packet and it was pork and I can't eat pork. So that was the first and only time I ever cooked that I didn't even get to eat my own food. So since then, I'm like never cooking again.
Okay, moving to the music, I know that your art, and by your art, I mean your style, your brand, everything you are doing is inspired by the music itself and by the subcultures. What music do you feel connected most of all?
My music taste is like my food taste. It's just everything. I don't know if the music inspires what I do specifically. I just really like music. I like looking for music and just finding new artists. Or there's this one artist that I've been listening to heavy now. I don't know if it's a band, but they're called Derby. Also, this band called Wet. Yeah, that's the name. I just like some random stuff, to be honest. I like some indie stuff, some rap stuff. There's a lot of great like Arab artists as well. This guy from Algeria, his name is Losez. He's a close friend. He's really good.
By the way, you mentioned Algerian guy. Do you use music to connect somehow to your identity? Meaning,
Her name is Shabba Warda. Wait. Anyways, I like this guy called 454. He's amazing. He has a song called Tales from the Hood, which is a great song. I like Mike. My favorite artist of all time is MF Doom. I like Sade. I like Bon Iver.
how do you create the playlist for your work?
I don't have a playlist. I have one playlist on Spotify that's called Perfect 5, and like every month I update it with my favorite 5. So now I like these 5 songs, which is Skywater, Lukeman, Blood Orange,
Do you
Dismiss,
post
and
it on
Derby.
Instagram?
No, it's a private one.
Okay.
So it's just for me.
Perfect. Let's move to the fashion part. This is a place where we will stay for longer because it's connected to your brand. And when you moved here, you were struggling to find the good pair of jeans. And I feel that might be something that get the inspiration for the brand.
I was at Forever 21 and I saw this pair of jeans that's for women that had flowers on them. And I really wanted them, but they don't sell them for men. It's like a very tight fit for women. But I wanted denim pants with embroidery on them. So I went to the men's section and I got a plain one. And then I went to a tailor and I asked him to add those flowers. And that was the first piece I ever like customized, I would say. And that's the one that made me like the process. So then I was like, instead of buying the pair of pants from Forever 21, maybe I can buy the fabric and give him a pair of pants so that he can copy it. And then I would choose the fabrics. And yeah, that's like literally how the process started. I was supposed to do the brand with some friends, but then my friends ended up doing their own thing. And then I just continued doing it myself.
What was the biggest challenge at the beginning? You started quite a long time ago, right?
Yeah, I didn't take it seriously in the beginning. I was just like really enjoying doing it. So the challenge came, I would say, later because I was really bad with like financials where I would save money and just like spend it on making clothes without thinking like, is this going to be a good decision or not? Just because I really wanted to make something, then I'll just spend everything I have and make it and just pray that I can sell it. Like I worked at a skate park as a skate instructor. I was studying aviation at the time at Emirates. I dropped out without telling my parents. So my parents would think that I'm going to uni, but instead I was going to work at the skate park. And yeah, I would go there every day, work. End of the month, I would take the salary and make clothes with that money. Funny enough, the name wasn't supposed to be Precious Trust at first. It's supposed to be called Sour Cream.
Wow.
Yeah, I had Sour Cream and I had like a list of names.
I thought sour cream is more Slavic thing. You know, here the proper sour cream is only coming from the Slavic countries.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I wonder what
I
sour
just like
cream
how
you-
the name sounds.
Okay.
I still want to use sour cream. I think like hopefully through this podcast I can manifest it, but I want to start a skate brand called Sour Cream. Maybe next year or something.
When you are creating the item, are you concentrating more on your feelings, what you want to have for yourself, or on the feedback that you receive from the people around?
I think I focus on what I want to make. Because if you focus so much on the feedback only, then the art is not yours anymore. It's like you're just making things that you know people will like.
You're selling in Dubai, so can you describe somehow the customer that you have here in Dubai? Probably that can give us some hints on the people here, what they're wearing, what
Yeah.
they're choosing.
It's always different. We don't only sell in Dubai. We have online where we sell worldwide. I also move around and like do pop-ups in different countries and stuff. We did one in South Africa with our friends at PPC, which was really, really cool. We did London, we did Paris like a month or two ago. And the plan is to also keep going abroad, but Dubai is the base. But customers here in Dubai are always curious about like new types of designs and stuff. So I don't know if people like a certain thing. I know that people here like shorts a lot because it's hot, or like lighter materials. But for some reason, girls like hoodies and heavy things, like just some cozy stuff.
I can tell you why. I'm freezing literally everywhere where I come. I always carry something, or I wear long sleeve because in the malls it's just insane. I have the throat aching after each mall I visit, so I always have the hoodie inside my car.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I think it's a girl thing. Girls
From-
always oversized hoodies.
Yeah.
Also, girls really like oversized t-shirts nowadays. That was interesting.
Tell me more, how do you create the collection? What are the steps? Where do you search for the inspiration? Do you draw by yourself or with your team? How long does it take from the sketch to the final release?
Usually I have my notes in my phone, like where I usually think of ideas not here in the office. It's just like random things, like if I'm driving or if I'm somewhere and I just think of something and I just write them down. And then when I get here, I just try to put it together, just try different things, different colors. We have like fabric swatches, some things to see as like references. It's just a matter of like, I just try some ideas. Sometimes it works. Sometimes you end up sampling it and not liking it, or liking it but thinking people won't like it, so you don't really release it. But yeah, I think my process is very random. I think I'm still learning.
Perfect. The other part of Dubai is sport, and everyone here is doing something, but I know that you're a skater, so let's concentrate on this part more. You have skated in Syria and now here in Dubai. How does the style and level of skating differs in different countries? How do you feel this difference?
So I've also never skated in Syria. I started skating when I
Really?
came here. So in Syria, we used to basically rollerblade, not to do tricks. We used to live in this like place called Yarmouk, and we got rollerblades, and we would hold on to cars, and the cars would take us to this like really far area. So it was a good way to travel through Damascus for free. It was very risky. It like a 10-year-old, 11-year-old holding onto a huge bus going like really fast with my friends, and we would just use rollerblades. So when I came here to Dubai, I was with my family in a mall here, and this mall had like a skate ramp. So we just entered, saw the skate ramp, and I was like, okay, I want to sit here and watch, and then watch these skaters skate, and it had like graffiti there, so it was like really cool. And that day, everyone that was skating, I realized that they're all now my friends. I didn't know them at the time or didn't speak English to like introduce myself, but I just sat and watched them, and that made me start skating. So I bought a skateboard that same day, and started skating. But yeah, I think it's connected to Damascus in a way, but I never skated in Damascus.
But you're traveling now a lot. Do you feel any difference in terms of the style?
I love skating in London, for example, but it's very different than here. Like the streets are more tighter, it's like more alleyways, more different ground as well, more skate spots than here. Like here, you're not allowed to skate in a lot of places, but there you can skate almost everywhere. And the weather difference is also huge. But yeah, it's definitely different in the style people skate there. People in London, they skate a bit more like fast and quick. Here, it's kind of like more slower.
The other question is connected to art. You once said we would paint on anything we could get our hands on. I think it's connected to Syria.
It's funny and stupid at the same time because everyone who makes clothes or like does art or anything, they always have this story of how, they used to have this business. But I did used to have kind of like a business in school where I used to do graffiti on girls' hijabs, basically like scarves. And they would give the scarf to my sister, and my sister would give it to me. I would write their name on their scarves in a graffiti style, give it to my sister would give it to them, and then they will pay her. And then I started doing graffiti on any item they want. So they would give me random things and I would just draw on it. And once I decided I'm going to do graffiti on a wall, I've never done graffiti on a wall. I was like, I'm ready. I have the skills now and I can do it on a proper wall. And I did it, and I didn't realize, but I used to graffiti my own name a lot. So I graffitied my own name and I wrote Wathek, and kind of, I don't know how I didn't think about it, but I wrote Wathek on the entrance of our building where there's neighbors and everything, and thought no one would catch me. So I did it at night and went in. And then next day I realized that it's my name. So everyone knew it was me. Yeah, that was a tough conversation with the whole building and neighbors, and had to repaint it. And that's my story with graffiti.
I know that in Dubai, the things with graffiti are quite strict. You need to receive the confirmation if you want to do something. How does it differ, for example, with Syria, where you were doing graffiti?
Syria is more strict.
Really?
Yeah. You could go to jail for like anything there at the time. I've never really tried graffiti here, so I don't know. I've also stopped, like I don't do graffiti anymore. I think as soon as I moved here, I did it for like a year or two. And then I completely stopped.
I love this question a lot because now it's a big trend for wellness, and wellness means psychology. The question is, imagine this, you could win $1 million if you correctly guess the most common issue people in Dubai have.
I think it's might be difficult to meet people here, like just to make new friends and stuff like that.
Skateboarding is usually about the community, and everyone is saying like when you're skateboarding you are closer to each other for some reason. Probably this works. Do you
Definitely. Skating is cool because you don't need to talk to become best friends, which is weird, but it's true. I told you I didn't used to speak English, but I had really close friends. But if you ask us, what do you know about each other? I don't know much because we never really spoke about or like see my friends every single day for years, but never was able to talk. So skating is like one of those easygoing things that you can make friends easily. But I think in Dubai, I think people should trying new things. That way, I think you can meet new people. I like my alone time a lot. But I also really like meeting new people, having like conversations and just random people that are not into anything that I'm into, like it's nice to get like educated about something new, That's why I like playing chess, because I was in London recently and I went to this like chess club, and you get to just sit like a random person and just ask them like, do you want to play? And they're like, cool. So I sat with this like really old man. He was like 65. I sat with him and he was telling me about his life. And
how old are you, by the way?
I'm 28. Yeah, I'll be 29 next month. Yeah, and he was telling me about his life, and it was just nice to like be talking to someone that you've never met, and like they're telling you about their life.
When I was in the first grade, I was in love with a boy. He was fat boy with the big lips, and he was playing chess, and I was like, oh my God.
So you learned how to play?
Yeah, I learned afterwards. Okay. I know how to play, but I learned afterwards. I don't know why, and I learned recently that my husband also knows how to play chess, and I have a joke that I'm attracted to the people who can play chess. Yeah,
amazing. Yeah, chess is really fun because it takes time, and it's like, again, you have like the best conversations while you're playing. You ever play with your husband?
Yeah, we do.
I wish there was chess clubs here.
Yeah,
I wish. That would have been amazing.
That's so true, and there you can talk and play.
Yeah,
that's amazing. I wonder who would go there, if someone would ask me, who do you think you see in the chess club?
I have no clue. That's the cool part about it. Is that you don't know who you're going to meet. Yeah.
But okay, to sum up, what is the psychological problem you think most people go to their therapist in Dubai?
Maybe social anxiety. I could be a bit awkward sometimes when I meet new people, or like when I'm in public and there's like a lot of people. Even if I know them, I think I could become a bit not so social.
Overwhelmed?
Yeah, probably overwhelmed.
The last sphere, and then we will have a bonus question, is the job. Question is, what the part of your job you like most of all, and which part is most challenging for you? The
best part about the job is when I see a stranger that I've never met wearing a piece that I've created, or is interested in a piece, like they're interested to know more about the piece. I think that's the most satisfying. The most challenging part, the financial stuff, just like being careful and like being more aware of money and like not overspending.
Okay, and the bonus question, what stereotype, good or bad, about Dubai actually turned out to be true for you?
I think the general stereotype of Dubai is true. Fast cars, like parties, like all that stuff that you see online. Living here, I know it's true, but we found our own kind of spots and like things to do and people, and that's not really that stereotype. That's why we found comfort in being here. But I think the stereotypes that get said about Dubai, the good ones, are true.
Thank you so much. I think we had a lovely conversation.
Thank you.
Let's see how it will go after post-production now. It's 55 minutes, so we have enough information.
I think you might have a lot of things to cut. I think I said some random things.
No,
But-
it was perfect.
Enjoy. Whoever's editing it, enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.